Hello everybody and welcome to the ESI Digest. We run through the biggest esports business related news stories of the week. I am your host Tom Daniels, the sub-editor of Esports Insider, and this episode of the ESI Digest is in partnership with Really.ai, so we're very glad to have them on board. Go and check out their website for their fan engagement and content services. This episode of the ESI Digest sees us talk about 5 huge stories. We're going to be talking about Riot Games unveiling its esports plans for Valorant, Wild Rift, and Teamfight Tactics alongside a new partnership. They threw it all at once. Also, Julien Dupont, formerly of Team Vitality, has announced that he will be joining Fnatic as the partner development director. We're also going to be talking about Beastcoast raising $2.5 million on their pre-seed funding round and officially closing that as well. OverActive Media striking a massive Red Bull partnership, which includes a new gaming studio. Finally, we're going to be talking about Vodafone Giants' partnership with Nestle-owned brand Nesquik. So there's a lot to get into, so let's jump straight into it. The first big news announcement we're going to be talking about is that Riot Games have revealed their esports plans for a lot of their titles. So we're going to start off with Wild Rift. Now, all of this was kind of announced during a media conference leading up to MSI. I believe it was the day before. And they announced that League of Legends Wild Rift, which is their mobile MOBA title, will launch its first ever global esports tournament in 2021, specifically the fourth quarter of 2021. Not only that, but Leo Faria, who is Wild Rift's global head of esports, also detailed during this media conference that following the success of the SEA, the Southeast Asia Icon Series, more planned regional tournaments are expected to be announced and kind of go into this global tournament as well. However, the exact regions which will be targeted and when those dates have been announced have not been revealed yet. During the press conference, Riot Games also revealed that peripherals firm HyperX will be an official sponsor of the VCT, the Valorant Champions Tour, and that stage 3 of its Masters event, which is their kind of like mid-tier international events before it goes to Champions, will be taking place in Berlin. Now, for those who don't know, right now MSI is going on, which is the League of Legends event in Iceland, and then straight after that it will be the second Masters event, which is also taking place in Iceland as well. So they also revealed that Berlin will be their next location. Finally, details over Teamfight Tactics' next global championship were also revealed, with the event set to take place in October live in China. Now, this is a lot of news that Riot kind of threw out all at once. Obviously, we've got the HyperX partnership, we've got all these esports plans, and also we've got MSI integration. So if you do want to read like more details onto each specific kind of sector, which I've talked about, don't forget to head over to the article on Esports Insider. But in my opinion, I think this is great. I love the fact that it's not just League of Legends and Valorant which is getting attention. We're seeing the likes of Teamfight Tactics and Wild Rift in particular also getting a lot of chance to shine, and also getting, you know, integrated into these media press conferences where all their esports events are going to be revealed. It's a very interesting time, and it does really showcase the significance that Riot Games now has on the esports market. It's not just League of Legends anymore. There's plenty titles, and there's more and more esports tournaments and more activations seemingly happening every single year. Our second story sees Fnatic appoint Julien Dupont, who was formerly Team Vitality's head of partnerships, to the role of partner development director. Now, Dupont was with Team Vitality since 2019, and in a post on LinkedIn, which was announcing the move, Dupont said that Fnatic aims to grow its audience to 1 billion Fanatics in the future. Dupont kind of really did a great job at Team Vitality, and so it's no surprise to see him move into Fnatic's role when that role became available. Prior to his time at Team Vitality, Dupont served as the head of partnerships for sports and entertainment PR French agency Hopscotch Group. Overall, I think this is a smart move. Dupont has experience in esports with Team Vitality and also in traditional sports, and alongside Fnatic partnering with Sport5 in an attempt to find a new sponsor, I think it'd be very interesting to see what clientele now come through Fnatic's doors, with Dupont now kind of leading that charge. Third story of the ESI Digest saw North American esports organization Beastcoast officially close its pre-seed funding at around $2.5 million, which is roughly £1.8 million. Now, the capital raise saw participation from the likes of Andover Ventures, Elevate Ventures, and Techstars, along with angel investors investors Stephen Termas, who is formerly of Bed Bath & Beyond, and Scott Dorsey, a managing partner at High Alpine Ventures. This funding round has been going for around 2 years, and despite still being ongoing at that point, it was utilized to kind of facilitate Beastcoast expansion. Now, this included bolstering its content team, acquiring a North American Rainbow Six Siege Pro League spot, and expanding into Dota 2. Immediately following the conclusion of its pre-seed closure, the esports organization already announced plans to commence its seed round in Q2 of 2021. And through this funding, the organization is looking to expand into additional titles, grow its marketing divisions, and acquire a studio facility. Immediately straight after this, they've closed the pre-seed. They're going into a seed funding round after this. And so it'll be interesting now to see kind of what other titles they go into. It'd be interesting to see how, you know, its Dota 2 side, its Rainbow Six side, and its other esports divisions are impacted in the future once kind of this Q2 seed round funding begins. Our penultimate story of the ESI Digest sees OverActive Media, the parent company of Mad Lions, Toronto Ultra, and Toronto Defiant, announce the Red Bull gaming studio after striking a multi-year partnership with the energy drinks brand. Now, the Red Bull gaming studio, which will be located inside OverActive Media's new headquarters in Toronto, is expected to host gaming events such as tournaments, speaker sessions, artist performances, live events, and broadcast, among many other things. I think that this is absolutely fascinating to see not only kind of Red Bull continue to be integrated into not just kind of gaming, but gaming studios in particular. Obviously, we have the Red Bull Gaming Sphere in London, and now we're kind of having one based in Toronto as well. The Call of Duty League and Overwatch League sides of OverActive Media will also be kind of having the competitive matches in the gaming studio as well. And the partnership will also include product integration, custom content, as well as support for Red Bull's gaming events by OverActive Media. And on top of all that, OverActive Media also debuted its new branding, which will be integrated throughout its headquarters and the gaming studio as well. I've already talked about how massive of a deal this is for Red Bull, but this is also very significant for OverActive Media. They're getting a game studio, which is in partnership with Red Bull, in their own headquarters, their brand new headquarters, which they're unveiling. And also, you've got to take into account that this is not the only facility that is going to be created in the next few years by OverActive Media. They've got their 7,000-seat esports venue, which they announced earlier this year. And also, you know, they're getting a range of partnerships throughout this kind of expansion of this organization through all its teams, not just Mad Lions, but like I said, through its Overwatch and its Call of Duty sides as well. This is a massive deal, and it's two kind of big brands in esports colliding and collaborating, and I think there's nothing better than that. Our final story of the digest sees Spanish esports organization Vodafone Giants announce a partnership with Nestle-owned drink mix brand Nesquik. Now, as a result of this partnership, Nesquik's logo will appear on Vodafone Giants' jersey and on the organization's social media platforms. According to the release, the agreement will also see both entities collaborate on a range of activations. This includes providing experiences, new content, and creating giveaways. Now, exact details regarding all of these activations have yet to be revealed. However, I do think that this is very interesting because this is Vodafone Giants' third Nestle-owned brand that they have partnered with, because already this year they partnered with Magifusion, which is the noodle brand, and also the chocolate brand Kit Kat. Vodafone Giants also has partnerships with Red Bull, Chupa Chups, and Nike, and I think this also highlights that you don't have to be at this point in the top tier of a tournament to really gain these partnerships. And Vodafone's Giants partnership with Nestle is kind of a testament to that. You know, they're in the Spanish regional league of League of Legends, which, yes, has a lot of popularity behind it, but creating their brand and already having an established brand does seem to help them more than what it is having a massive competitive roster. And that is it for this week's ESI Digest. Once again, I'd like to thank Really.ai for sponsoring this episode. If you do want to read any of the stories which I've talked about, or even more stories which have come out throughout this entire week, don't forget to check over at Esports Insider's website. And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and also don't forget to check out the Esports Journal. It's been about a week now since it's come out, but there's a lot of good features by a lot of our great writers. But until next time, I'll see you then.